Greetings. This is Brother Eric, Local 308 Union Steward, full-time boogeyman. Yeah. So we had a quorum for our Local 308 membership meeting. Praise the Lord. September 12th, 2023. During roll call, we had 11 officers that were not present. Read the previous minutes. Thank God that they did not delete or exclude motions that were made by people that the officials don't like. So we know we've been having that problem at 241 and 308. But Vice President Mark Weems and Penny McCoach, they were good sports. Congratulations, you two, on being honorable by not letting the President or the Secretary of Treasury exclude those important motions, one of which was a strike authorization vote. Of course, it was shot down because at Local 308 and the loyalists of the business unionists do not believe in upsetting the employer, doing naughty things. They don't even like protesting off the clock, let alone a strike. What are you, crazy? Interestingly, before the meeting started, as the case with whenever I go, people come up to me and talk to me about things, and one of the brothers said, "Hey, man, I want to get one of those lapel pins, one of those little lapel pins for the local union." I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, come on, let's go ask the secretary." Deborah Lane. Deborah, get cozy with the boss Lane. So I said, "Sister Deborah, this brother would like," and she turned her back and walked off. She's so disrespectful. A little juvenile brat. And "I ain't talking to you." I couldn't really hear it because they had this stupid fan blowing in the union garage where we meet. We meet in a garage. And that's how they think of the membership. Executive board gets to meet in the boardroom. But the members, we meet in a garage. Oh my God. So, I don't know what. So I said to the brother when he came in, "So is she gonna take care of you or not?" And he's like, "No, but Fernando Lebron, the Blue Line Executive Board, said, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I'll take it." I said, "All right, you better." Yeah. Better give this member a lapel pin. I'm coming after you. And then at the end of the meeting, President Dixon was out in the parking lot. "Hey, did somebody need a lapel pin?" I said, yeah, I know the brother, so I'm going to give him his lapel pin. Hopefully, if Brother Fernando doesn't give it to him first. And if he does, our brother's going to have two Local 308 lapel pins, one for himself and one for a member that he knows, that he might know that doesn't have one. Isn't that great, y'all? So we did communications and bills, and this was a fiasco. The Black Caucus wanted $3,500 to go to the International Black Caucus. We needed 5 people. 5. Not 1, not 2. 5. And so Ken Franklin, God bless him, he said, "Hey, what's up with this?" Because she read it off real fast what the proposal was, and Of course, they don't pass this stuff out for us to read. They just blah, 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 and then we say, all in favor say aye. It's a cult in there. But Ken Franklin, I gave him credit. He's trying to sort of holding him accountable. You could tell he really don't want to stick it to him because he knows if he gets elected, these people are going to give him hell. And Ken Franklin's whole modus operandi is politics. I do what's expedient. Do what's expedient. Do what you want, but what's expedient, not what's right. And definitely not what's democratic. So, he said, wait, you read something that it was $3,500 plus or $3,500 and something. He's like, no, it's $3,500. And he's like, nah, you're saying it's gonna be, you said something in the letter is more. So I made a motion. I said, I move that you make copies of this and give it to all the members. Eric Dixon said, no, we're not gonna do that. I said, why? And it was seconded. God bless her. Sister Cheryl seconded my motion. he says, what did he say? This guy's such a jackass. He said, oh God, what did he say? He said, we don't need that. We don't need to read what she's read. Which Ken Franklin was saying, wait, I need some clarification on what you just read. Could you go back over and so they just hem and hard. Basically, they said, we're going to table this, we're going to get some information, we're going to tally the numbers, we'll get back to you later for new business. Oh, okay, fine. So fast forward to the end of the meeting, and basically the Black Caucus is going to get over $7,000 for 5 people to travel for a freaking conference of the black. I mean, believe it or not, I'm black. So I got no problem with the Black Caucus, the Latino Caucus. But then they kept saying, but the Latino Caucus got the Latino Caucus. So basically they're saying, well, Latino Caucus got a lot of money, so Black Caucus, because, it's majority black. And it's like, look, man, you just wasting our money on bull crap. So I tried to make a motion, and Sister Cheryl brought up, somebody need to stay. We don't need all them people to go. And I was like, and she was, questioning them, and, I said, hey, I moved that we only send 2 people. Oh, you're out of order. I mean, these people don't give a damn about us, brothers and sisters. They don't give a damn. All they care about is their goddamn parties, their conferences, their sports. We got a contract expiring in less than 3 months. Talking about fiscal cliff. We got coworkers living in poverty, man. People being written up for getting sick. We had an officer written up whose mom had an accident. Had said, look, man, I can't come to work right now. Can I come later? Yeah, come later. Okay. They still wrote this officer up. The manager, who the officer, has good relationships with, wrote him up. I mean, this is so bad. The Chicago Transit Authority is treating us so bad. And all these bastards want to do is party and go to conferences on our dime. I mean, it's really disgusting. So we had a vote. It was a tie. You could tell the voice vote. It was a tie. I said, I moved that we have a show of hands vote. Dixon said, that's out of order. I mean, this bastard, everything is out of order for him. There's no democracy. Robert's rules applies only to him, not to us. Or applies to us, doesn't apply to him. The bylaws only apply to us, not to him. I'll get into that. I'm sorry. But it was just ridiculous. I just had to tell y'all, it was ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Now, if more of y'all could show up who are disgusted with what I'm telling you, man, we could take over the meetings. I'm just telling y'all straight up. Dixon's going to have to adjourn it and call the cops and the managers and Doorbell Carter and Joe Biden and whoever just to get us off his back. So And one of my coworkers at 98 Shop showed up. Thank you, Brother Roy, for coming, brother. That was really great. But we need more. You know what I'm saying? We need more of y'all to show up at these meetings. Please. Please show up because we got out of run him over, out of order Dixon, uh, everything. He he wants he wants to be the boss. That's not a union. The union is not Eric Dixon's party club. It's not Deborah Lane's party club. You know what I mean? And I give credit to brother Ken Franklin, strawberry scented bullshit salesman, but I give credit to him. So good pointing that out, and I'm glad we got to double team him. It felt good. General fund $230,000. Total deposits, which means your dues, which have been raised, 203,000. So really, it's less. We're just getting less and less and less. Total spending is 180,000. So we barely are doing anything. We just blew what almost 8,000 on a freaking caucus meeting with 5 people. Ending balance 255,000. Grievance fund 69,000. We got 5,000 in the scholarship. So apparently some of that money's been going out. That's good. And we had grievances 18 to arbitrate. That means we had 18 grievances, executive board. So yeah, send it to the arbitrator. Let's spend the money on that. And then we had 6 to vote on. So here's some takeaways that I got from these grievances. Listen closely, please. So we had a switchman. I don't mention names with any of this stuff. We had a switchman that applied for yardmaster. That's in a different local. So didn't do well in the test. Didn't pass the first test. So they said, okay, go ahead. You can take it again, but we're gonna put you at the bottom of the class when you were near the top. So board said, no, we ain't gonna arbitrate that. And so Mark Weems, vice president, said, look, it's simple. It's in IBEW Local 134's collective bargaining agreement, which bargains for yardmasters, that when the test, if you fail a test and you get to retake the test, you actually lose your seniority in the class. Not necessarily the case in Local 308, Local 241. So this is an issue that belongs in the realm of 134. My questioning, though, is, well, just work with 134. This is a coworker. And say, hey, encourage the brother to write a grievance 134. Do something, not just like, it's not our jurisdiction. F them. Throw them in the trash. There's got to be other ways to work with people to get justice. Anyways, it's my opinion. And by the way, the test is on the computer, right? And the computer was glitchy. Sounds familiar, doesn't it, everybody? Doesn't it? Cheap transit authority. Lordy, lordy. So basically, we can't tell Local 134 what to do with seniority. So we had a member, happened to be an officer, got a miss. And I mentioned that, called in, clerk says, yeah, I can put you on a later run. Something happened. The almighty tots said miss. Even though this coworker comes to work, has a good work record, never calls off, whatever. I ask these questions, when I'm at, did you do this? Did you do this? Is this? And the manager just wanted to stick it to this person. And I'm like, I brought this up in a meeting. I said, they do this to us all the time. The tots said, the tots. Hey, man, the managers go like this. Click, click, click. Okay, there. It's not a miss anymore. It's not a miss. Simple. No, the tots. Man, take your tots and shove it. this manager might name you Paris. Watch out. I don't like how you treating. I don't like how you treated that officer. And you know what? I really don't have anything good to say about that officer, but that's a coworker. I don't like how you treat him. So you know what? Quit doing that. Treat us with respect. We're human beings. Stuff happens, okay? Yeah. Okay, we had a case with a janitor who got a gross behavioral misconduct write-up. Said, look, man, I brought up, unfortunately, they weren't there to answer questions, but I did try to, inquire at the meeting. And basically, this coworker, this janitor said, hey, look, to the coordinator, told the coordinator, which is just like a manager, just another name, it's a manager. Don't believe what they tell you, it's a manager. Said, look, you got to do such and such. He said, this isn't safe. And then, you gonna do it. And then okay, and then they go back and forth, and that's the thing, y'all. When you arguing with the manager, you gotta, when you on the clock on CTA property, and you're not a steward working in capacity as a steward, you have to. And this person was not a steward, but you got to understand, they can burn you for cursing them out. And even though you're right, you may be right. And I was trying to bring up, who is this coordinator? Do we have any kind of record about reports about them? How no, it's a new coordinator. No, it's a new manager, whatever. This. I said, what about the one before them? Is this coworker complained? I'm sure this has been a problem at work. It usually is. And we have some coordinators and managers in maintenance, and they're jerks. They're just straight up jerks, okay? And you say, you're a repairman in the shop. How do you know? I know because janitors talk to me, okay? So, and then there's our executive board member talking the CTA line, Sister Hillary. I'm sorry, but you got to stop defending the CTA, sister. You work for us. You don't work for Eric Dixon. Because I know he wanted with the managers, but nah, man, you work for us. So, stop being like a little manager, okay? You got to defend us. Even if we're wrong, you still got to help us figure out a way to fight. So hopefully, someone will. I think we got some people who are going to run against the incumbent in janitorial and facilities maintenance, and hopefully, these people will not sell us out. There's something called an absence consideration form. Something y'all should know about. I took a note on that. If you like, I can't come to work. I got this emergency, but I can come later. Yeah, managers, trust me. TOTS is not the god of the CTA. The managers can adjust your schedule accordingly so you don't get written up. We had a discharge based on gross misconduct. It would have been the third hit. Came late to work. And then there was an issue with arguing with a coworker, allegedly saying you called me in to the manager to control, blah, blah, blah. So look, and this is a case of the failure of our union, and that is to teach and to enlighten each other and be a demonstration of unity. So when you running late to your station, ideally you should call that station and tell the person who you're relieving, hey man, I'm running late. Whatever it is, can you just hang in there for a little bit? I'm sorry. I've done that when I was a CSA. You know what I mean? People, they be mad at me. I'm saying, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Just, You don't want to fight and go off, argue with your coworker and they get agitated and then they call the manager. It's just, it ain't worth it. And you say, well, what am I gonna do? This person's always on me. I know I've been there. Okay, so if your coworker is giving you a hard time, there's actually ways to deal with that without anyone getting written up. And one of them is a union workplace complaint form. But another one is just to call, and I know sometimes these people are traitors, but to call the union person that you know, a trusted union person. Even the president. The president really can arrange a meeting between you and his coworker. And I've tried to do stuff like this. Whenever there's two coworkers, they say, I got a problem with this person and this person got a problem with that. I say, what do you think about a meeting? Can we get together and we can talk? Usually they don't do it, but at least I get them to the point where I de-escalate. But the ideal situation is to get them together. And that's what we do as a union. That's how a union functions. And when you pay your dues, it pays to take people off work so that they can do these kind of things, arrange these kinds of things. But that's what you should do. When you got a problem with your coworker, don't go to the manager. You go to the coworker, and you go to union steward, union officer that you trust, or maybe you don't trust them, but you try to explain it to them. Look, I need you to help me do this because I don't want this person getting written up because they keep pushing me. So, it's a hard process. It can work if we try to make it work. Hope that helps. We had another one, a person that was late. They got a verbal warning. You running late to your station. CSA, customer assistant. They gave the run number. The run number wasn't late. It's like, yeah, but they tapped their ID to get on the train. I don't know. It's hard for me to get to the truth of these things after the fact, but customer assistants tap often. Try to be there a little early so they can't give you excuses. They can't make excuses to write you up. You know what I mean? Because depending on the mood of whoever, especially the manager, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you because that's their job. Their job is to keep new people coming in and get the older people out because you don't have to pay them so much. It saves money. Okay, that's how a union job works. They can't just fire you because they don't like you. They have to write you up. You got to find evidence to write you up on. So you don't want to give them anything to write you up on. All right? And that goes for any department. So we had officer reports, and we were advised, those of you who are in the middle of the pick, please turn in your choice slips. Don't just call in, because what happens is we sometimes we want to call in, hey man, I want to pick such and such, and the phone don't work or not connected. You don't have the right number. You're not getting through. You forget. Do the choice slip and pick all of the choices. I think you'll have 5 or 6. Whatever department you're in when you're picking, fill all that stuff out. So I guarantee you the first choice, especially if you don't have high seniority, it's probably gone. Maybe your second and your third choice as well. So please, please, please turn those things in because they're probably not going to stop or restart the pick because you weren't able to get through. Got it? Do the choice slip, please, and keep a copy of it. Cover yourself. So, what about this audit report? Nope, can't see it. We're owed 3 now. 3 audit reports. And here's Deborah Lane talking about she's not going to let my motion. I made a motion and she let us read. I'm not going to let you. I made a motion. It was seconded that you share the report with us. We don't need a freaking auditor right there to tell us what it means. We can read. We are literate, and those of us who have trouble reading, we can ask the person next to us, what does that word mean? That's it. So she said, I'm not gonna. I mean, there's no order. I said, she's out of order. She can't do that. They do it anyways. So her excuses are the members don't show up. Well, obviously we don't because of this kind of crap. When we do go, we don't get the audit report. When we don't go, we allegedly get it. He said, we got to pay the auditor every time he shows. What? Don't pay him if we're not here. Fire him and get another. What the hell? Stop making excuses. And then she says, I have to report to my boss. I said, we're your boss, not the international Ken Kirk. Man, it's F Ken Kirk. You work for us. Your $135,000 plus vacation and benefits salary is paid for out of our dues, out of our money that we work. Show us the goddamn audit. We got 3 now. And then at the end of in January, it's going to be 4. Yeah, well, there's no malfeasance because the international said, I don't care what we want to read this thing. And even Ken Franklin, God bless him, said, yeah, there's got to be another way to let the members know what it be doable. I said, yeah, Ken, let him show it to us now. But he knows when he was president, he never did that. That's why, and he wants to run for president. He won't do. I guarantee it'll be the same things that the members aren't showing up, so they have to come and they're not going to see it. I mean, this is ridiculous. And then she has the nerve to say, I ain't got nothing to hide. Well, then show us the audit report. Show it to us. So Eric Dixon unilaterally ruled that we're going to have it in November. Great. So in October, we're not going to have it next month when everyone's going to be there. You know that because there's nominations, right? So I know y'all want to nominate me, or you say you want me to be president or vice or second or executive board or whatever the hell you want me to be. Well, that's your chance, by the way. So anybody that you want to be, it'll be in office. It will be October the 10th, the next membership. That's when you show up. But they don't want to give the audit report then because, it's going to be nominations. They're going to have it in November. So after nominations in November, probably no one's going to come to the meeting enough for quorum, so we won't get the audit report. You see what they're doing? And then they got the nerve to say they got nothing to hide. And then we got to hear Deborah Lane saying, I'm feeling lightheaded. Shut up. Just resign. If you're too sick to do the job, get better. But this job ain't for you because you can't handle it. You can't even deal with the membership. You can't even deal with me. And I'm pretty nice. I say please and thank you. Can you do this, please? And can you do that? I ain't doing nothing. You're MF and I'm blinking, beep, beep, bleep, bleep, bleep. I mean, give me a break. Okay. So no audit reports, y'all. Who knows what they're doing with the money? Who cares, right? The international says it's okay. John Costa and Ken Kirk say, yeah, everything's okay here. All they care about is their cut. I'm telling y'all. All they care about is they do not care about us at all. John Costa, Ken Kirk, Trujillo, all of them. All they care about is their money. Their 6-digit salaries. That's all they care about. And their relationships with politicians and bosses. That's all they care about. So they are not going to help us. They've proven that. They're the local 308, local 241 are violating, the officers are violating our own bylaws. They don't follow them. So the pick in the operations side is moving ahead. I got conflicting answers regarding the shop pick. Yeah. So they had a pick meeting, but it wasn't a real pick meeting. And then, so Eric Dixon said, yeah, it's a pick meeting. And Penny McCoach said, well, it's not really a pick meeting. We really didn't have it because the CTA is still trying to pull some slick stuff. And I'm like, okay, you said this, and he said that, and he said this, and you said that. What the hell is going on? Eric Dixon, He's so clueless. I can't. This guy's a disaster. That damn boss he is. So we got Vice President Mark Weems reminded us we got free parking at Howard Street. In that parking garage, just get your validated ticket or something from the clerk upstairs in the training room on the operations side. It should be shop workers too, okay? Free parking at Summit 95th, Cumberland, Rosemont. Medicare retirees, you now have a lower deductible. Lower premium. Brother Mark Weems mentioned that he lost his father, who passed away. May he rest in peace. And he was part of the, I think he was also on the board of the credit union, 77th. He thanked everyone for the calls and good wishes. Boss Dixon, he says, out of order and run him over. No, just kidding. He had a safety meeting, so he's advising the members to tell the truth because the cameras will catch a lie. But he can certainly lie up a storm. Says to report everything because they're looking. And you can report to Safeline. Now, we have a safety liaison, Brother James Battle. I don't know why he didn't refer us to him. Because let me tell you, it's not an anonymous line. You call that Safeline, they calling you. It's just crazy, man. Don't call them people, please. I'm a union steward. I'm letting you know. Operate safely. By the book, by the rules. Follow the rules, right? But I'm also telling you, the job of the safety department is to write you up. They put it in their newsletters. They give you a little safety coin if you call in a coworker doing some naughty something or breaking a rule or something. Never mind that someone may just be overworked and just made a little mistake that doesn't cause any problems. But you're gonna get a little safety coin. So reach out to the union side when there's a problem, because what that does, that protects each other. Reach out to the officers. Reach out to a safety liaison. Look him up, James Battle. You can call the union office. I have worked with this brother. I've been at war with this brother, but I've worked with this brother on the union side. He's very helpful. He will protect you. He will protect the coworker that's in the situation, from my experience. And he's very responsive. Okay, so reach out to this brother, and he's going to be running for second vice president. So I recommend people, if he said he's already running. We got Unofficial running. I'm telling everybody, please don't vote for Unofficial for second vice president. God, please don't. And the reason why is because she talks about people's cases to other people. She will talk about your case, especially if you piss her off. If you piss off Boss Aqua, she will not only shame you on her Facebook cult groups, she will shame you at Howard Terminal, the round table. I mean, she is merciless. Okay, so you can't be an officer that is responsible for managing grievances, which is second vice president, and you talk about people's cases. You name them, and you shame them, and you block people on your Facebook group, and you only share information. I got a Facebook group, totally public. I let all them people on there, but she don't. And I'm banned on her groups. So I'm just letting y'all know, if there's someone that can handle an annoying union steward like me, to me that person's worth my vote. But these people who are all in their feelings, these officers that think this is their little exclusive club, you shouldn't vote for them. Because you think you're friends with them. You're cool. I'm cool with so and so. I F with so and so. Hey, great. Well, I guarantee you, if you piss them off, they're going to ruin you. We got it really bad in Local 241. I mean, really bad. I mean, this guy, Woodrow Elin, vice president, the president, all of them, the Tion Gatewood, toilet man. This is, they help. They get managers to fire and write up members. Local 308, they're a little more subtle about it. Okay, they more like humiliate. But you don't want. I mean, I'm just telling you, Boss Aqua is not qualified for the job as second vice president. I'm telling you, don't. I mean, I was quiet about it for a couple years because it was a personal thing with me. You know what I'm saying? She talks about my issues online to other people, and she can't even get it right. I mean, she can't even get it right. But then when I became a steward, I got other people reaching out to me in her section, telling me what she's doing to them. And then I say, I want you, Brother Eric. I want you. And when I show up, there she is. You can't be here. You're not authorized to be here. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I mean, she not only punishes you if you make her mad and humiliates you, but if you get someone else to help you, like myself, she will punish you more and deny you. She and Boss Dixon. I mean, what the hell is that? What the hell? So please do not let her become second vice president. She shouldn't even be an officer. I'm sorry. You can't. You got to take it out on the members. I mean, I got coworkers. They hate my guts. They go right to the manager as soon as they see me do something. But when they in trouble, when something is going on, I'm like, no, that ain't right. You don't hurt that person. I defend them. I help them out. They ask me questions. I answer the questions. You know what I'm saying? I try to help them out. I still call them out for being a rat, but I don't talk about their case. That's what they do. That's what she does. It's bad. So, I don't know who all's going to be running for second vice, but I know right now we got James Battle, Aqua Fisher. James Battle, hands down. Hands down. I mean, for me, that's the way I'm going. Penny McCoach, president, no doubt about it. She's another one. She can handle people like me. All right? She has trouble doing it, but she can handle it without freaking and punishing the members. That's the bad thing. When the union person punishes you for dealing with me, for seeking my help, that's a bad officer. They gotta go. Okay? Almost done. It's a long one, sorry. I gotta. So, you can watch out for the ACs. If you got air conditioning in your shop, terminal, station, air conditioning or heat that needs to be repaired, let the board member know. Or let somebody know, union steward, somebody. You do a report to manager, do a workplace complaint, do both. And when you do a workplace complaint, that's on the union side, include a copy of the report to manager. Okay? We got to do a paper trail, y'all. I know it's annoying, but it's very important. Okay? And if you work with me, those of you who've worked with me, you know I'm big on the paper trail, and I help you establish that paper trail. Okay? And I keep my own records. Got this big, thick thing of records. So, So that shop pick looks like we're going to have October 21st will be the end of this pick. And October 22nd, our new pick will start in the shop. repairers and servicers and motor blowers. Okay, that's the word right now. CTA apparently wants to add more people, but they want pool positions, and ugh, you know what that means. So there's so many things in my mind, but we really need to fix this pick. We got especially all kind of little issues with truck shop and whatnot. But I figured, you know what? I just reach out to her and say, hey man, can I go on this pick meeting or something? Here's some pick things, and maybe you repairers and servicers can give me things that you want on the pick, and I will email her. You can email her, whatever. You know, we gotta let them know we don't need the CTA doing more pool positions. That sucks. They just want to move people anywhere they want, like apprentices. It's sad. It's sad. We can't let that happen. You pick a job, you got a schedule. That's safe. That's good for everybody. These bastards are so cheap. So it's really not an official pick meeting that happened. By the way, Mark Weems said the Forest Park shop, or Des Plaines shop as we know it, will not be shut down during the winter. This pick, okay? That's some updated information. New business came up. All right, so we got some janitors complaining about having to tap every hour. And once you get in the zone in maintenance, hours go by really fast. So they're getting written up for not tapping every hour. And one of our stewards, a brother steward like myself, who gets pooped on and ignored by the top officers, said, you know, I'm getting these complaints. It needs to stop. We shouldn't be tapped. We should tap once when we start and when we leave, because we got to go all these places. And of course, Cassandra Hillary's like, well, no, you just had to follow the rules and this. Okay, all right, whatever. And then Eric Dixon's like, well, as supervisors, we got to tap. Now, you don't have to tap every hour. You got to tap your ID in the beginning and the end of your shift. He says, well, the CSA's... Look, man, look. There were days when I was a CSA, I missed that hourly tap. Nothing happened to me. Nothing. And there's a lot of CSA or customer assistants, CSR, CSA, that don't hit that turnstile every hour. Is that right? I mean, nah, it just says you should do it. But man, don't be burning these people, especially if they got a good record. They come to work. Yeah, but we got janitors that hide out. And look, union, we are not the disciplinary, the punishment tool for the CTA. Stop trying to be a manager. When the management treats the people right, the people will gladly work, will gladly do stuff. They don't do that. If janitors don't need to be tapping every hour, give me a break. Stupid. They're going after the wrong stuff. You know, it's just sad. All right. So retiree healthcare lawsuit. Ken Franklin asks, was it paid out of the retiree healthcare trust or the pension funds? Dixon says, we have a gag order. We can't talk about how it was paid out. Okay, gag. Okay, you got a gag order. All right, sounds convenient. But Vice President Weems said, no pension funds were touched. He did say that. So that was nice. Thank you. He also asked about, did we say, hey, Ken Franklin, what he's getting? Something else. He was never like this as a president. And he won't be if we elect. I guarantee as soon as he gets in there, he's going to be just like he was. I guarantee it. That's why I don't vote for him. Don't give Penny McCoach a chance. We gave Ken Franklin 2 chances. No more chances. You need to get Penny. Let's give her a chance. Let's see if she blows it. Let's put charges on her, impeach her, throw her the hell out. We got Section 22 in the Constitution. I will gladly help initiate charges if she screws us. But anyways, he said, "Did we sign on to the Chicago Federation of Labor no strike agreement?" Dixon said no. And of course, then Deborah Lane opens her mouth. She said, "Well, this is only for SEIU and the hotel workers, and they have to do this and they have to do it." So she's like, "Yeah, it's a good thing." It's disgusting. It's just so disgusting. Ken Franklin had a bylaw reform that was read, and it made no sense to me. So after the meeting, I said, "Brother Ken, let me talk with you, man." He didn't want to talk to me, but I don't care. I said, "What's your bylaw? Can you translate that for me? I don't understand anything." He said, "Oh, it's simple. It's we're just gonna have a polling place for elections at the union office." I said, "Oh, that's all?" Yeah. "Oh, very interesting. Yeah, we can talk about it later." I'm like, "Oh, no, we can't talk about it now. We can talk about it next week." "Oh, okay, next month." "Oh, okay." But he just blew me off. Typical. Oh my God. You're mean to me, so I'm not gonna cooperate with you. And I got things to do. I don't even think he went to work today. Anyways. So as far as those grievances, none of them were overturned. So that's it, y'all.